Won't touch it. It's a big, beautiful, safe building, but it's it's a big project for a tiny fraction of that. We're under budget and ahead of schedule, and they wanted it for 150 years. Think of it: the Federal Reserve Building, 2 buildings there. They don't know what they're doing. They're way over budget. I mean, almost. This was built during the Biden administration. And I rode by it the other day, and it's headed by the head of the Federal Reserve. Too late, too late, Powell. Too late because he's always too late with interest rates, except before the election. He was too early because that would have helped. That was supposed to help get her elected. It had no impact. We won all 7 swing states. But no. We're thinking about bringing a suit against Powell for incompetence. Because think of it, these aren't outstanding buildings. These are small buildings. He's at $4 billion more. It's going to end up costing more than $4 billion. $4 billion. It's the highest price of construction. Again, Democrats, highest price of construction per square foot in the history of the world. There's never been. Gorgeous monuments are built for a much smaller price. So we're thinking about bringing a gross incompetence, what's called gross incompetence lawsuit. It's gross incompetence against Powell. And it was his baby. And the guy's just incompetent. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. He's just a very incompetent man. But we're going to probably bring a lawsuit against him. Thank you all very much. I appreciate it. Bibi, congratulations.
Mr. When do you expect an announcement then on Powell's replacement?
January sometime.
And will you ask Jay Powell to resign from the board entirely?
Be a favor to the nation. But he's come close. I mean, we're getting pretty close. I would fire him. I'd love to fire him, but we're so close, maybe it. But maybe I still might.
Will you sell F-35 to Turkey?
Say it?
Are you going to approve a sailing of F-35 to Turkey?
We're thinking about it very seriously.
And what is your reaction to this?
They'll never use it on
okay?
Thank you, press. I promise they'll never use it on
Thank you, press. Thank you, press.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, press.
They never use it.
Okay, you were just listening to live remarks there in Palm Beach, Florida. President Trump speaking alongside of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. And as we've grown accustomed at these press conferences with the president, he spoke on a variety of issues, but mainly talking about this relationship between Israel and the U.S. as they seek a deal. A continued deal with Hamas, moving into that second phase there. We heard Netanyahu really talk about the friendship between the two countries. He also talked about the strength of their partnership, awarding President Trump something called the Israel Prize. It's the first time that they've awarded a non-Israeli citizen with this in the nearly 80 years that this prize has been in existence. It was first awarded in 1953. They went on to say that in terms of this peace deal, that Hamas would have hell to pay if they did not disarm. And there you caught the tail end of that, the president lashing out at Fed Chair Jerome Powell once again, who he's drawn the ire of the president over not lowering interest rates fast enough, at least according to President Trump. So a lot to unpack here, but I want to bring in our senior White House correspondent, Selena Wang, who is traveling with President Trump here. And Selena, the big focus today, we've been talking about this meeting between Netanyahu and the president. You saw him underscore once again just how important this partnership was. There was an award that was announced today, and then also really kind of doubling down with the second phase of this peace agreement.
Look, the key goal from President Trump today, one of the top priorities, was to try and advance this fragile Israel-Hamas ceasefire into the next phase and to make sure that Netanyahu stays in line and is on the same page as the president. So these two leaders came out of this meeting lavishing praise on each other, very much appearing to be, in fact, on the same page. The president said he hopes that this ceasefire can move into the next phase, but only if Hamas disarms. And that is certainly a thorny, difficult issue and something that Israel says Hamas is far from doing. But the president making a lot of news today when it comes to Iran. The president saying that Iran, he hears, is trying to build up again, not specifically referencing whether that's nuclear or military capabilities. But these comments coming just months after the president ordered an attack on several nuclear facilities deep underground in Iran, the U.S. dropping those bunker-busting bombs, and the president at the time saying that those sites were obliterated. Well, President Trump giving a little detail there, a little more detail there just moments ago, saying they're not using the sites that we